Hello, everyone. I'm Frank Fumi, and welcome to the Emerging Franchise Brands podcast. We are here in Las Vegas at the 2025 IFA Annual Convention. Super excited to interview franchise founders and industry pros. Here with Britt from Haven. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. Nice to meet you.
You too.
So tell us, what is Haven?
So Haven is a concept which has been around since 2019. It is childcare, workspace, and fitness under one roof. So we're taking care of the babies, but we're also taking care of the parents. We offer services. It's fully licensed childcare. So services from basically 0 through 5. And the really cool thing about Haven is that parents are able to drop their kids off and then if they want to or need to, they can just pop upstairs. They could either set up shop, and work from there full time if they want to, or they could go up, have a coffee, talk about a sleepless night with another parent who did the same thing last night, maybe jump on a Peloton bike and then head out. So it's just, our goal is to add value to people's lives. And we know that changing the price of childcare is not necessarily the way forward. It's, we want to keep the environments healthy and safe, and our team are the people who do that. So it wasn't going to be on the cost.
Sure.
So where we focus is on the value to families.
That's brilliant.
So
did you come up with that idea?
I did, yeah. I founded it.
Yeah, how did that come to be?
I needed it. I really did, yeah. I needed it so bad. So my daughters are now 7 and 9. But when my oldest was 1 and my youngest was a little teeny baby, I got this idea in my head that childcare could be done differently, and that the model had never really been adjusted to support parents as well. And I lost, at that point in time I was losing a ton of sleep anyways, but I lost a ton of sleep over the idea, and I really just didn't stop until we had one open. And my youngest daughter was 2 when we did that. She had turned 2 weeks before we opened in 2019, and then fast forward about 6 months and COVID happened. So I think we got this, the benefit of we had to close for a few months for licensing, and then we got to reopen again 3 months later. And so we kind of just did everything that we would have done differently, and reopened. And now we have 3 centers that are open, and we just launched our franchise program. So
congratulations.
So we're here.
That's your first franchise event, and you chose the biggest one. A bit overwhelming, right?
So yes. I did go to the Emerging Franchisor Conference in Austin.
Yes, it was in Austin. Awesome.
And I went to FDLC in Atlanta.
Fantastic.
So I've kind of dipped my toes in the water.
Okay.
But I have never been to Las Vegas before, so having not been to Las Vegas before and walking into this,
it's a lot.
It's pretty hardcore.
Good for you, though.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
It's been phenomenal. It's been so wonderful so far.
Yeah. So what do you hope to get out of this year's IFA?
So there are a few different things. One thing that everyone has told me is that everyone in the franchise world are so supportive of each other, and
absolutely. And
it's such a small group, a small community of people, and so I think just getting to know people is really important. And I think the only way that we've grown our business the way that we have so far is by asking the right questions of the right people to help to learn all the time. And this group of people certainly has gone through all the different trials and tribulations that we're about to face. They've experienced it, and every conversation you're learning so much, and there's a lot to and hopefully, and this is the coolest part about hearing other people speak who like Mary from BNI, talking about that kind of giving mentality. That's what Haven is. I mean, Haven exists to give opportunities to families to bond, to feel less stress in their lives, and to come together and to create a community. And so for me, this is kind of me seeking out the same thing, but on a business stand. So yeah, first one.
That's great. That's
It's
great.
really good.
Well, you have come to the right place for sure.
Yeah.
So yesterday we had James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, and you said
Wonderful.
Wasn't that awesome? What
Yes.
you have one takeaway that you want to take home with and change your life?
I mean, I definitely took the stairs instead of the escalator after that yesterday. and yeah, I mean, I had challenged myself to listen to as much of his book on the flight out here yesterday. So I had gotten pretty far into it. So hearing him speak, the tiny changes, compounding it resonates so much with me, because you can't just take giant leaps. Nobody takes giant leaps and builds something that's really genuinely successful.
True.
And so the way that he is able to speak to the methods and some of his strategies for, the 2-minute rule, or breaking things down to one, like what's just the next step, or what are all the teeny steps to get there. That's just fascinating to me, and it's very much stuff that people can use in every part of their life.
Absolutely.
So yeah, he was obviously very inspiring, and it was great to hear him speak.
Great. Well, Britt, thanks so much for stopping by.
Yeah.
I wish you all the best with Haven. It's so nice to meet you, and
Thanks
for coming by.
Thank you so much. All right.
Thank you for tuning into the Emerging Franchise Brands podcast. For additional insights, guest applications, and to stay connected, visit us at efbpodcast.com. The Emerging Franchise Brands podcast is for entertainment purposes only, and the views expressed do not necessarily represent those of Emerging Franchise Brands, its host Frank Fumey, or Emerging Franchise Group LLC. Any discussed franchise or investment opportunity requires thorough investigation, obtaining proper disclosure documents, and expert consultation before making any investment decisions. The podcast and its host do not offer professional advice or endorsements, and they hold no responsibility for actions, representations, accuracy, or consequential damages related to the podcast content.